Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whenever you're watching me right now. My name is Jay Luke, the owner and operator of the Passionist Network, and I'm also the host of Talk That Talk. Remember, all of our merchandise you can pick up right here on the channel. Remember, you can get 30% off your final purchase. Just type in HBCU band. Remember, 30% off your final purchase. Just type in HBCU band. Also, make sure you hit like for the YouTube algorithm and also subscribe to the network. Anyway, man, so this was sent to me this past weekend, man. From what I understand, it's been multiple infractions happening this past weekend, to say the least. And so we're going to watch this real quick, and I want to react to it and give you my thoughts, and then we're going to go from there.
So, oh my goodness, guys, look, let me tell you. So Jackson State University, they was playing against FAMU. And during the halftime show, you see FAMU's kickers come out, and they come out like...
So before I even go on any further, I'm going to be honest. I had no idea, like, if this voiceover from Letitia Briscoe, and I'm going to put her link inside of the description to make sure that y'all can go follow her. But I'm going to say this. If she hadn't even said it was FAM, and I knew that Jackson was playing FAM, I would have never known, because I would have thought this was like University of Florida, just, from skin tone alone. No disrespect, just wouldn't have known.
Like to warm up. And I understand that they had, been out for halftime and they want to warm up. But what was happening was they were actually interfering with the band. Now, let me just be fair. Jackson State team was also on the opposite end warming up. However, not the kickers, just like running drills and things like that. And they were...
So the other thing, here's the other thing that I thought about. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let it finish, and then I'm gonna go back.
Like pretty much in the end zone, no farther than maybe like the 5-yard line. But anyhow, you see FAMU, their kicker is right there, and it's like on maybe like the 20, and it's actually going to interfere with the band. But the band kept moving, and they didn't actually get engaged. But you see that other little thing that rolled out. Now, keep in mind that those band members are looking square. They're looking straight up. They're not looking down, so they don't...
So I'm going to go ahead and say what I thought real quick. What I was thinking earlier that I didn't get an opportunity to be able to say earlier because I wanted to watch it through, but it was just heavily on my mind. So she says that obviously that Jackson was over there warming up and so on and so forth, but then the kicker comes over and does, comes onto the field. My question is, do they do that at FAM? Because, like, if you don't do that at FAM, then why would you go to somebody else's house and do the same thing? Now, if they do this at FAM, so FAM's on the field performing, and then you as the home team comes out and you get on the field and you start doing the warm-ups with kicking and so on and so forth, the kickers come out and do the warm-ups or whatever. If y'all do that at FAM, then that's a completely different question altogether. We probably need to question FAM and how they roll and all that kind of stuff, because obviously FAM, they make it very known that they stretch the field. So if you stretch in the field, how are you able to do this? But I don't know. That was the first thing that I thought about.
See that thing on the ground. So one, that's the trip hazard. All right. So then the security come out there and they're telling the kicker, hey, come off the field because you're going to actually like create havoc or whatever. But then you see the coach, he's saying something. Now, I don't know if he's saying, hey, get off the field. I didn't tell you to go out there, or why y'all coming off the field? I told you to get out there. I don't know what's happening. However, I do know that someone had to do something different, and it shouldn't have been that hard of a decision for them to, to understand that they need to get off the field, because they were in the way of a performance, not just the basic performance, but one where the people that were performing could not see if a ball rolled up under their feet. And it was just so disrespectful. I did not like it. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst thing that could have happened, I'm going to say an 8. And the only reason why I say an 8 is because people did intervene. And when I say people, I'm talking about the crowd. The crowd really got engaged because they saw the problem before the security even saw the problem. And by them reacting, the security came out and they took care of it. However, I don't like it, and I hope that there's some kind of rule set forward.
So here's my thoughts, right? So the first thing is, I don't even know if anybody else noticed it, right? But after the coach came over, number 40 was kind of like brushing it off, like, so what? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? So I'm almost in the thought process of the fact that they probably allow this to happen at FAM because obviously it feels normal to him, right? And it also looked like it was a shock to the fact that, at least from the coach's perspective, that he was he was saying something to him in the first place, right? Like, get off the field. Number 40 was sitting there like, well, what am I doing wrong? So obviously this is something regular that they obviously do at FAM. My thing is understanding going into somebody else's house, you're not going to do the same thing that you do at your house in somebody else's house, which means there should have been a conversation with the coaches before they went out. Now, I must also follow up with this. That doesn't necessarily mean that the coaches knew that this was the action that they were going to take, right? Like, so they didn't obviously just know that this was what these kids were going to do when they walked out there, but you probably should have given them a warning, because that's not necessarily what you, I mean, that's what you do at your home, but you don't do what you do at your home in somebody else's space, in my personal opinion. But again, oh, not number 40, I apologize, number 39, my bad, I can be wrong, but number 39 just kind of brushed it off like, whatever, like, what am I doing that's so wrong? So that's I really don't understand. I honestly, so here's the thing. I don't even understand why the kickers need to kick in the first place. Isn't that what that net back there is for? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand what it's like to actually be in the action and go through the process. I get that. But that's what the net is back there for situations like this, so you can practice your kicking. And I understand that you still want to be able to line it up, get it through the goalposts, all that kind of stuff. But in this process, if you see a band on the field, just use the net. And then when they're done, you should have enough time, right? Because especially in NCAA rules now, bands only have a certain amount of time to be on the field anyway, because they have to allow the football team to be on the field for enough time to warm up. So in my personal opinion, I just cannot see why you just didn't take the opportunity to use the net that is behind you. And then after that, once they got off the field, hey, it's a free-for-all. You go ahead and do whatever it is that you're supposed to do. So I just noticed a bunch of things about this. I noticed the nonchalantness of the students, like, hey, this don't make no sense, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I noticed that, the coach had to come out and tell you to do something that, if that's the case, you felt like you didn't do anything wrong, but the coach recognized you did something wrong, which means that this is something that normally happens at your home, but the coach or coaches should have prepared you for that. Again, shout out to the security guards for making sure, or at least stepping in and intervening and getting the kids off the field. I thought that was perfect, right? But that's what you're supposed to do in your house. And again, it shows that the band is an intricate part of what happens in HBCU college football. I mean, again, I don't know what happens at PWIs and all that kind of stuff, but I know that you're not going to disrespect the band by coming on the field and hitting them kick daddies. I know that you're not going to do that. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I don't know. You guys tell me, what else did you all see? Did you all see the exact same thing that I saw? Did you see something else? Do you even think that this is an issue? Or do you think that, this is not that big a deal or whatever? I want you guys to leave all that down in the comment section. Also, please make sure, remember to like and subscribe. Go ahead and help that YouTube algorithm. Also, remember, you can go inside of our store and get whatever it is that you want. Remember, you can get 30% off your purchase. Just type in HBCU band. Outside of that, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.